morning and welcome back to Travel Buddies. It might be morning, afternoon, or evening for y'all, but welcome to Travel Buddies. Today we're going to be discussing the top 10 mistakes to avoid when traveling. Now, first of all, let's get through the pleasantries. If you're new, welcome. If you have been with us before, welcome back. If this is your first time ever looking at a travel video, it's a little different than others. These top 10 are a little different, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get busy. Okay, the first mistake to avoid when traveling. Okay, guys, I'm going to be looking down at my paper because I got all the 10, but here we go. The first mistake is your passport or a driver's license if you're domestic, or picture ID. A lot of people when traveling, I hear this so much. They're hustling, bustling. They're doing the get ready with me. They're making sure ladies getting the lashes, the nails, their hair. They're running around getting everything in order, cleaning the house, making sure kids are going where they need to go, girls trip, making sure you have the extra curricular activities that y'all going to be doing, or, like the lingerie or the dress ups or things like that. Like, you're doing a lot. You're doing a whole bunch. And the last thing you think about is your passport. So make sure that in your hand when you're walking out the door, you have your phone and your carry-on personal item that has your passport in it. Make sure, mine always is my phone and my passport. I don't care about nothing else because I'm trying to get to where I'm getting to. And my passport wallet, it has my money, my credit cards, my passport, and my phone, and my husband's passport because he always forget his. But that's the main important things that you bring when traveling. So don't forget your identification, especially your passport. And another thing with passports is a lot of people will go ahead, get to the airport, check in, check their bag that their passport is in. You will get through TSA thinking, oh, well, I don't really need it, and I'm going to get it when I get to my destination. You will not. You do not get your luggage until after you get through customs and you need your passport. So a lot of people that happens to, luckily, if you're not going on a solo trip and you got your girls can go through, get your passport, and then ask passport security, can they bring it back to you? But it's always a lot of hoopla. You don't want to get to your destination and be the idiot standing on the outside looking crazy. So make sure you have your passport. That's number one. Number two, set an alarm. I don't care if all my flights are in the morning. So, and I have a story time on that, y'all. I got a story time coming up on passports. Make sure, not passport, goodness, alarms. See, I'm still stuck on that passport. Make sure you set your alarm. Even on my flights in the morning, I be running around, chicken my head cut off. I don't sleep the night before, but I might just snooze and get a 5-minute nap in. And sometimes that 5-minute nap can go over. So make sure you put your alarm on. And also, even if you have it in the evening or afternoon, you're running around, you're trying to get everything done. I have heard so many stories of people saying, oh, my flight not till 3 o'clock. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to get a pedicure. Oh, I got to go make sure my lash tech can fill these in just real quick for me. And they're leaving out their door at 10 o'clock. And their flight is for 3. That don't mean be there for 3. You have to be there these days 3 hours early if you're going international, 2 if you're going domestic. So a lot of people, it don't matter, I'm gonna make it, I just gotta go do this. And that nail salon is packed and you don't get out there till 1 o'clock. Then you go get the pedicure, because a lot of people don't like to go where they get their nails and their toes done. And then you go get your pedicure and that line is till 2 o'clock, and then you done already missed your plane. And then you're not even watching the time because you thinking, oh, it's gonna be okay. Set your alarm and then you would know, at 12 o'clock, I can't go get nothing else. I'm going to have to wait till I get to the island and get this done. So make sure you set your alarm. Number 3, might sound crazy. All these might sound crazy and a duh to y'all, but it has happened. Luggage. A lot of people get to the airport and forget a main piece of luggage. Make sure before you pull out, or your Uber pull out, or your Lyft pull out, or you driving, that you have every piece of luggage that you're going to bring, including in your bag, a blank bag with nothing in it. Because ladies, when we get to shopping at our destination, we have to buy a bag. Make sure you have a bag in there that you can convert to your carry-on or to your personal item when you start the shopping. So make sure you pack a bag inside of your bag. So yes, luggage is very important. And yes, it might sound crazy, but ladies, it has happened, okay? And gentlemen, let me not. Because my husband got to the airport and said, do you have? No, I don't. Have it. Make sure you pack it. But make sure you have that bag, okay? Next, I hear this all the time being a travel agent. At the last minute, I could be chilling on the beach, drinking my mojito, and I get a call. Can you send me my itinerary? I'm at the airport and I don't know. No problem. But to avoid that, because what if I'm in a bad reception, you can't get me? Even if you booked your own, print out your itinerary. Know the name of the companies you're using from the air, because a lot of people just worry about the airport to the resort. There's a lot of things that happen in between that, and there's a lot of things that happen once you get there. So make sure you print out your itinerary so you can know everything. Even if you put it on the phone, make sure you have a paper printout of it, and make sure you give it to your traveling companion. Or if you're going on a solo trip, have it in 2 different places. Print it out one place, print it out another place, and have it on your phone. Have your itinerary. It's very, 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 very important, because when people tell you, oh, nope, you can say, oh, yep, mistakes happen. Make sure you have your itinerary. And I have a story time on that as well. Number 5. You're going to hear this. This channel have a lot of story times. Number 5, check in. Which your airline you want to you want to get on your phone and check in to your airline. Reason being, when you check in, sometimes you get some perks. Sometimes you'll get an upgraded seat. Sometimes you'll get cheaper seats, all that good stuff. So make sure you check in to your flight. And speaking of check-in, I got a story time. So stay tuned for the check-in story time. When it's going to stay on there, I checked in. Click on that story time. That's a funny story time. So stay tuned for the check-in story time. All right? Number 6. Number 6 is similar to number 5. Number 6 is to call your hotel or resort before you arrive. And you want to do that the day before you arrive. And I do have a story time. Look at my Jamaica, me stranded in Jamaica story time to understand why it's important to call before your trip. Because all my troubles and headaches could have been avoided if, and only if, I would have called before I arrived. These next 4 sound really crazy. They sound worse crazy than the first set. But the first 6. But these 4 are so important, you guys, that if you don't, you might as well just forget about the vacation. All right? Number 7. Make sure you have your ride from the airport. Sounds simple, but it's not. And I do have another story time on that. If you're renting a vehicle, make sure you read the fine lines. You're in another country. Make sure you read the fine lines. I rented a car through Expedia. And when I went to this destination, I had paid for it, ready to go. I even had my little incidentals if they needed it. When I got there, because it was off the beaten path that I found this little place, and they charged me an additional almost $5,000. So I was like, oh, no. Took a taxi. Taxi told me $35. Got 2 blocks, said $75. So stay tuned for that story time as well. But make sure you have your ride from the airport. Make sure all your I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and you read all of the reviews on it. Make sure you have your ride from the airport. It is mandatory that you know how you're going to get from A to B. Even if you think the resort have a vehicle or a transportation, they might not. So make sure you have your transportation from the airport. It's important. Okay? Next, make sure, and this might, again, sound crazy, number 8, make sure you have your wallet. Okay? A lot of people say, oh, I'm going to all inclusive, everything's taken care of, blah, blah, blah. Some resorts will charge you fees when you get to the resort. Make sure you have your wallet. And some people need to make sure you change your money, your currency, from American currency, USD, to the to the to the country's currency that you're going to, because things can be a little more pricey when you're using other people's your USD currency in another country. So make sure you have your wallet and make sure you switch your money, but don't do it at the airport. Number 9, headphones. Do you know how many times I have gotten to a destination or gotten to the air on an airplane and they're passing out headphones and they get to me and say, "Oh, I'm out." My husband always carry his headphones. He always has his headphones on. I like to hear everything. I like to hear if they call my name, they might upgrade me to something spectacular. I like to not have nothing on my ears, but he likes to listen to his music to digress. Me, I just want to get to where I'm going, and I want to hear everything. I'm nosy. I want to hear it all. Okay? But when I get on the plane, I want to sleep. So I want the headphones so I can relax. You might be a person that just don't want to have nothing on your ears. But when you get into that plane, you want to have some headphones. So make sure you don't forget your headphones. And not AirPods, headphones. So you can plug them in, so you can watch a good movie and digress before you get to your location. So make sure you have headphones. Might sound crazy, but I guarantee you, if you bring your headphones on your next vacation, you're going to say, you know what? Let me hit up Travel Buddies, because that was a good idea. Last but not least, number 10. Book your excursions. Now, a lot of travel agents are going to be mad with me because this is where our money comes from. Yeah, I said it. Make sure you book your excursions before you go. And when you book your excursions, you can get discounts. Check out Groupons. Yeah, I told y'all the secrets. Book your excursions before you leave, because the excursions are more expensive, okay? When you book your excursions, even if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to just hang out at the resort the whole time. If you go into someone else's country, take a tour of their country. Find out what their country is really about. Don't just sit in a resort and say, oh, I've been there. You have not been there. The most fun we had on vacation is when we decide to go out and enjoy the scenery. So make sure you book your excursions before you go, or contact your travel agent if you don't want to do it and you don't have time and you're just excited about your vacation. We'll be happy to book it for you. So make sure, and if you want me to book them for you, because you want to have a good time, like I have a good time, and you want these crazy story times, like I have these crazy story times, put your comments down below, and I'll be happy to book them for you. But again, thank you for joining Travel Buddies. This is the top 10 travel things to avoid when traveling. If you have any comments, any questions, or anything, again, the link's down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for joining Travel Buddies, and I'll see you next time.